Everyone says living in St. Augustine is paradise, but is the hype real? Some days it feels like it is. You're walking Aviles Street with a kookaburra coffee, catching night lights at the plaza. Other days, not so much. You're stuck at the Bridge of Lions again, or finding out that the salt air just ate through your AC. And that's the thing, this city is both. Florida's oldest city has become its newest obsession, and in 2025, the buzz is louder than ever. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna break down the magic, the trade-offs, and the one thing most people don't realize until after they move. St. Augustine has a way of pulling people in. I see it with my clients, and I feel it myself every day. You stroll down Aviles Street, and there's live music spilling out of a courtyard, the bay breeze hits you, and then boom, you catch the smell of cookies baking. Neighbors wave from their porches like it's small town USA, but downtown hums with this bigger energy. That's the magic here, old city charm with new life constantly pulsing through it. You don't just visit St. Augustine, it recruits you, and that's why the hype doesn't come from nowhere. So let's zoom out and look at what's been driving St. Augustine's boom and what's shifting in 2025. St. Augustine isn't just charming, it's booming. Remote work changed everything. Since 2018, the number of people working from home here has nearly tripled. Almost 1 in 4 residents now work from home, one of the highest rates in the country. That shift brought in higher income clients, people chasing history, beaches, and schools without giving up Wi-Fi, and the population still climbing. St. Johns County is projected to push towards 400,000 residents in just a few years. That's like adding another small city right on top of our roads, schools, and neighborhoods. You feel it when US 1 clogs on a Friday or when new apartment buildings keep rising along Route 16. Tourism's fueling it too. Florida hit record visitors recently. Here, that means packed streets for nights of lights, longer waits at your favorite restaurant, and short-term rentals popping up in more neighborhoods. Try grabbing brunch downtown on a festival weekend. You'll circle for parking longer than you'll sit at the table. Housing prices show it. The median single-family home now sits close to $530,000, up more than 10% year over year. Condos and townhomes rose too. It's not the frenzy of 2021 anymore, but the right homes, newer roofs, higher elevation, good locations still move fast. And you don't need a chart to see the shift. Living here, you watch traffic patterns change, new construction push out, and neighborhoods evolve season by season. The city's adapting too. Flood projects, drainage upgrades, they're happening now, shaping which neighborhoods will feel more secure in the years ahead. So when people ask why the hype is still alive, it's numbers, it's growth, you can see it. And if you're thinking about making that move yourself, that's where we come in. I'm Kim Devlin, and we live and work here in St. Augustine, helping people figure out which neighborhoods actually fit their lifestyle and which ones might surprise them. You'll find all of our information linked in the description below, so when you're ready, we're ready to help. St. Augustine's growth isn't just numbers, it's people. You see it in who's moving here. Remote professionals setting up home offices, young families trading subdivisions up north for neighborhoods like Mirabella and Silverleaf, where schools and resort-style amenities are right outside your front door. And retirees, they're chasing that low-maintenance but active lifestyle in 55-plus communities. Each group comes in with different dreams, but they all hit the same surprises. Sticker shock when they see property taxes or insurance costs, traffic they didn't expect on a quick Target run, or the way Nights of Lights turns a weekend night into gridlock. I talked with a couple who thought downtown was for them until trying to drive out of town on a Friday night in December wore them out. 2 weeks later, they picked Silverleaf instead. And here's the thing, those surprises don't always push people away. They're part of what shapes where clients land. Some fall in love with the energy of downtown and never look back. Others realize quickly that they want the calm of the beachside or the predictability of a master plan community west of I-95. It's not just about finding a house, it's about finding your vibe, where your morning starts, where your kids ride bikes, where you actually decompress at the end of the day. I want to hear from you. If you were moving here tomorrow, would you pick the buzz of downtown, the calm of the beach, or the space west of 95? Drop it in the comments below. I love seeing how people picture their life here. And that brings us to the real question. What's everyday life actually like once you're here? The commutes, the weather, the maintenance nobody warned you about. Life in St. Augustine looks like a dream on Instagram, but here's the reality once you unpack those boxes. Commutes? They're not big city bad, but they're not nothing either. Try crossing the Bridge of Lions at 5 p.m. or cruising A1A on a summer Saturday. You'll learn patience real quick. Weather? Sunshine sells the postcards, but summer brings a wall of humidity that'll fog your glasses the second you step outside. Afternoon storms roll in fast, and if you live near the water, flooding isn't a maybe, it's a factor you'll plan around. Then there's insurance. Florida has been a roller coaster, and St. Augustine is no exception. Premiums can swing thousands of dollars depending on your roof, your elevation, or even which side of town you're on. That's why we always tell clients, get quotes before you fall in love with the house. And let's talk upkeep. Salt air is no joke. It rusts your light fixtures, eats at patio furniture, and makes repainting less of a project and more of a routine. Daily life? It's equal parts charming and challenging. Mornings smell like salt air and coffee from the Kookaburra. Evenings downtown might be all music and cobblestones, but weekends, good luck finding a parking spot within a few blocks of St. George Street. Here's the truth. Paradise has fine prints. Stucco cracks, AC units work overtime, and floodproofing before a hurricane becomes routine. But locals know it's a trade-off. The vibe, the community, the history, it outweighs the hassles. So the hype is real, but it's layered. What's hot in 2025 downtown still pulls people in. Walkable streets, wine bars, live music around the corner. The trade-off, parking is a nightmare, cost to live here is higher, and tourists, they're always there. Anastasia Island is pure coastal rhythm, morning walks on the sand, surf in earshot from your porch, bikes racing down A1A. It feels like vacation every day, but insurance, higher, and the salt air, it chews roofs, cars, even your patio furniture. West of I-95 is the land of master plan communities like Silverleaf, Shearwater, Rivertown. They've got pools, schools, pickleball courts. It's polished, it's family friendly, but growth here is booming, which means traffic is climbing too. Milano and North Beach, breezy, water views, minutes from downtown, but the insurance premiums and storm worries are very real. Lincolnville is evolving too. Old homes with front porch charm, renovations flipping block by block. One street feels historic, the next feels brand new. On weekends, you will see construction crews and people walking their dogs and stopping to say hi to neighbors. That mix, that's Lincolnville. Here's the thing, every pocket has its fans. The real question isn't what's the best neighborhood, it's which one actually fits the way you live. And I want to hear from you. If you could drop yourself into any St. Augustine lifestyle for 1 week, would it be downtown, barefoot island mornings, or poolside suburban comfort? Drop it in the comments. I'm curious what type of community calls your name. And that sets up the big one. Is the hype around St. Augustine real? Or are the cracks starting to show? So, is the hype real? Here's the truth. St. Augustine isn't just riding a wave, it's built on deep roots and real momentum. The remote work boom made the city one of the top hotspots in the country. Families keep coming for the schools, retirees chase the lifestyle, and visitors, they turn into locals every single year. The numbers back it up. Growth is steady, prices are strong, and people still can't get enough of this place. But here's the other side. The hype comes with fine print. Insurance isn't cheap, traffic gets tight, flooding is something you plan around. And yes, living in a historic coastal city means upkeep is part of the package. So, is it worth it? Absolutely. If you're here for the lifestyle, the history, the community, if you want the cobblestones, the surf, the downtown energy, and the island mornings, the hype is more than real. It's the new normal. But if you're chasing yesterday's prices, zero traffic, and picture-perfect living with no quirks, you're about 10 years too late. The hype is real, but the winners are the people who come in eyes wide open, who see the trade-offs, embrace them, and still say, yeah, this is home. Moving to a new city is exciting, but it can also feel overwhelming. That's why my team and I work with clients every single day who are relocating here, upsizing, downsizing, or just trying to figure out which neighborhood actually matches their lifestyle. Our info is right there in the description. You can call, text, or email us, and we'll help you sort through the hype and find what's real for you. If you're already living in St. Augustine but still deciding where to plant roots, we're here for that too. This market is fast moving, and it helps to have someone who knows the streets, the schools, and the commutes, and the hidden trade-offs. And before you head out, don't stop here. I've lined up a playlist for you that dives deeper into St. Augustine life, costs, neighborhoods, and daily routines that make this city what it is. Because this isn't just about moving, it's about making St. Augustine yours. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I will catch you on the next one.